Welcome back, folks. You're watching Sport Federation TV. We've got a great show for you tonight where we are, well, tonight, depending on what time you're watching, where we're, of course, crossing to a lot of our guests around the Western Cape to find out what they're busy with from a sporting perspective. And, of course, on the show, we talk about sport in the Western Cape across the province, which, of course, includes the 6 districts, the Cape Town area, the West Coast area, the Eden area, the Cape Winelands area, which is, of course, the old Boerland, and, of course, all the way up to Overberg and Central Karoo. So, for those of you that haven't been watching or are new to the sports structures, this is how sports are structured in the province, and multiple codes in the province who belong to various federations, from Cape Town to Eden to West Coast, of course, as I said. But if you have been watching, you will know that we have spoken to Corina de Beer from Western Cape Shooting. She's, of course, president of Western Cape Shooting on a number of occasions, and shooting has a number of different disciplines. One of the disciplines is, of course, hunting rifle. And to tell me more about the Hunting Rifle Association is Superstar Hunting Rifle. I'm not quite sure how to title it. Hein de Swart. Hein, welcome to Sport Federation TV.
Thanks, JP. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Do I call you a shooter or... yeah, what's the title? I mean, when we talk about athletics, if I know as a sprinter, I call him a sprinter. Do I call you a shooter?
Probably a shooter, hunting rifle enthusiast. But yes, I enjoy all types of shooting.
So, in the last, since we've started the show, we've spoken to so many different of the shooting codes. We've spoken to practical shooting, air rifle shooting, black powder shooting is, of course, Corina de Beer's field of expertise. We've spoken to the guys from Bisley. Just give me a bit of a rundown. What exactly is hunting rifle shooting? Because I think everybody thinks you're out hunting.
It's almost something like that, JP. The sport really originated in Bloemfontein in the Free State during the early 1990s. It's unique concept of shooting competition in field conditions, and it quickly attracted interest from all over the country and saw it develop into a national sport. I think the nice thing about hunting rifle shooting is that it only requires a hunting rifle in any centerfire caliber. So it really creates the opportunity for your average hunter who maybe utilizes that hunting rifle or rifle once or twice a year, and it creates an opportunity where they can use those rifles more often.
Hein, so when you guys are competing, just talk to me about the actual hunting rifle competition itself. I mean, you've also mentioned to me that there are 6 stages during your average day.
Yeah, so typically a competition consists out of 6 stages. 3 or 4 of those stages typically would be a paper target stage. Now, that's not your normal paper target with a bull on it and you shoot to the bullseye. Because we are simulating hunting rifle conditions, it's life-size paper animal targets. That's 3 or 4 of those stages. And then 2 or 3 of the stages is typically steel or gong stages. And I think, again, to your earlier point, what makes us different from other disciplines is that, I'm just taking an example, but your precision rifle shooting competitions, you typically your distances are all known. You can utilize any kind of equipment like wind meters. But in SA hunting rifle competitions, because we are simulating hunting conditions, our distances are all unknown. So distances range from 100 meters to about 350 meters, or sometimes maybe a little bit further than that. We account for margin of error when the guys build the stages. And we also don't allow any wind meters, which makes it very exciting, but also very challenging because, as you know, wind is probably your biggest factor when it comes to, shooting. If you can get your distance spot on, but if your wind call is wrong, you can miss that target by a big distance. So that's really
what. Are they small targets or big targets? I mean, do you have rabbits and kudu? I mean, how does it work?
That's a good question. I actually have an example here that I can show you. I'm not sure if you can see, but I mean, we try and
Right.
do
Okay.
like springbok targets or baboon, varmint targets and stuff like that. So it's
Yeah.
typically your animals that you would encounter in a
Okay.
hunting rifle, or sorry, a hunting environment. Jackal, baboon, springbok, blesbuck, impala, stuff like that. And it is life size, so
Yeah.
it's even though the target is life size, we try and focus on a specific, let's call it a kill zone, which is the size of yogurt tin,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
want to call it that.
Yeah.
So we try and encourage the shooter to be able to place the shots in a specific area, and it's actually quite challenging to do that. Even though the target is maybe a meter wide, your score area is very, very small.
Hein, tell me a little bit about your shooting. Experience. You've qualified for Pro Tier colors. You've had some international competition now as well.
Yes, I mean, I actually started out in SA hunting rifle shooting in 2017. We attended a competition in Montague, and immediately I was hooked by it. Even though I didn't shoot a very good score, but the nice thing about SA hunting rifle is that it's you just get a sense that this is something that you really want to do, and there's always a next step and something that you can aspire to. So I was privileged enough last year to go to our national competition and finish in the top six, and then we toured to Namibia last year, and I obtained my Protea national colours in our open division. And this year again, we shot a different division that we have within SA Hunting Rifle is our 222-223 division, which is a division that's special, or that you specifically use a specific caliber, as you heard, 222 or 223. And I also ended up privileged enough to finish in the top six. And this year we'll be traveling to Namibia, or touring Namibia, and then I'll obtain my Protea colors in 223 shooting as well. So even though I've achieved this, I think the important thing for me specifically, and I think for the Western Cape districts, is to take the experience and give it back to the younger generation, which is something that we really try and focus on as well.
Hein, I think we're going to leave it at that. When is the? What's the? What you say the event is in October?
Yes, it's in October, so we're around 40 people that will be touring up to Namibia in October this year. And one other thing I want to mention as well is that we actually have a world championship that is coming up in 2024, where European countries and Australian countries will also be competing, in that specific competition. So even though we're talking about SA hunting rifle, it's not just a competition that is, limited to South Africa. It's actually a competition or a discipline that's practiced worldwide. So yes, that's quite interesting as well.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll say, well, congratulations, Hunting Rifle, doing such a great job, and we love the fact that you're working on the development side as well, and giving back to the sport and bringing youngsters into the game. And we can just big event coming up then, World Championships, and say to you guys, good luck for October. But hopefully, we'll talk to you a lot before October so we can find out how your preparation is going.
No, absolutely, and we'll be very happy to share our plans with regards to junior development, especially. I mean, a lot of times people assume that it's only men shooting, but we have a lot of women competing, and they're very, very competitive. Juniors, a lot of plans with junior development involving schools, etc., etc. We've got some plans on Youth Day as well. We'll be doing a clinic, inviting some schools to that event as well. A lot to talk about, so I'll be very, very happy to engage with you again if given the opportunity. But thanks so much. I do appreciate it.
Definitely looking forward to that. There we go, folks. Hein de Swart, of course, Western Cape, part of the Cape Town Sports Structures hunting rifle. They've got the World Championships coming up next year in Namibia. They take on, or at least in October, they take on Namibia and hosting World Championships here next year. Looking forward to finding out more from Hein about hunting rifle and how you can also join up. Folks, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll carry on talking about sport in the province. Back in a sec. Don't go away.